Hundreds of students at a university in Shandong contracted norovirus, with 413 seeking medical treatment. Recently, hundreds of students at Binzhou Vocational College in Shandong province fell ill with symptoms such as vomiting and diarrhea. Officials confirmed the cause is norovirus. So far, 413 students have sought medical attention, with 17 requiring hospitalization. Online discussions quickly spread, with many locals blaming contaminated water and claiming that thousands may have been affected. According to CCTV, a joint working group in Binzhou City released a report on October 17th. It stated that the outbreak began on October 14th when students started showing symptoms of vomiting and diarrhea. Tests confirmed norovirus in stool and anal swabs. Authorities said all cases were mild, with 413 people treated and 17 hospitalized. On the morning of the 17th, a student named Xiao Liu told Jimu News that he suffered severe abdominal pain and constant diarrhea. He visited a hospital on October 16th and tested positive for norovirus. Xiao Liu said that around 5 a.m. that morning, he was struck by intense stomach pain, dizziness, and fever. When he sought treatment later that day, doctors mentioned that more than 200 people with similar symptoms had already visited, most likely from his school. Xiao Liu added that the school had not yet arranged mass testing. In his dorm of 6 students, 5 had fallen ill. Since the dorm had no private bathroom, everyone had to share common restrooms, leading to long queues as more students got sick. Another student, Xiao Li, shared that he began having watery diarrhea on the 13th and 14th, but gradually recovered after taking medicine. He estimated that half of his class, about 20 out of 40 students, experienced similar symptoms, with some also reporting fevers and vomiting. Xiao Li said the school's Alumni Service Center suspended operations following the outbreak. On the 17th, a vendor at the Alumni Service Center told Jimu News he was also receiving medical treatment. When reporters called the school's Student Affairs hotline, staff said that the publicity department would give a unified statement, then ended the call. Public records show that Binzhou Vocational College was established in July 2001 as a full-time vocational institution approved by the Shandong provincial government and registered with China's Ministry of Education. As of May this year, the school had 21,501 students and 109 full-time faculty members. Meanwhile, online discussions continue to grow. Many Shandong netizens suspect the school's water supply is to blame, saying the number of sick students far exceeds official figures. Some claim that almost everyone in the school has diarrhea, and that the true scale of the outbreak may have been underreported. Some Shandong netizens shared their views online. After days of heavy rain, the septic system at Binzhou Vocational College may have overflowed, contaminating the school's water supply. Another wrote, rainwater caused a sewage leak that mixed with the tap water, making many students sick. The school says it's a virus, but students are now on IV drips. Others commented, the school insists it's not a water issue, but students aren't convinced. Mainland netizens expressed frustration. It's either water or food contamination. Strangely, no teachers seem affected. Another large-scale food incident again. We're being treated unfairly. If this is how the nation's youth are cared for, what kind of society are we building? It's heartbreaking to see so many young people suffering. People are losing trust and feeling uneasy. Recently, similar cases of mass illness among students have occurred frequently across mainland China. On September 12th, hundreds of students at Chaoyang Middle School in Yangzhou District, Jining City, Shandong Province, suffered from abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea after lunch and were sent to hospitals for treatment. Some were reported in serious condition and transferred to intensive care. Parents accused the school of delaying its response instead of addressing the outbreak quickly. Authorities later stated that 138 students remained under observation, all said to be in stable condition. A day earlier, on September 11th, 94 students from Puning Huamei Experimental School in Shanwei City, Guangdong Province, developed stomach discomfort. After receiving medical care, 85 were discharged, while 9 stayed in the hospital at their parents' request. Some parents suspected food-related illness. Earlier, on August 31st, multiple students at Shenyang Normal University developed vomiting and diarrhea. By September 7th, Health officials confirmed that 2,087 students had contracted gastroenteritis, with 1,817 recovering. Investigators later linked the outbreak to norovirus contamination in the school's water reservoir. Following the incident, students voiced frustration online, saying the school failed to respond transparently, while others reported receiving private messages urging them to stay silent. Floods in Guangxi left an entire village without power or water for half a month, while local authorities reportedly turned a blind eye to desperate calls for help. In recent days, Baise city in Guangxi has been struck by relentless flooding. Some villages were trapped underwater for more than 2 weeks, completely cut off from electricity and clean water. Online, residents accused officials of ignoring their pleas, forcing villagers to turn to social media in a desperate effort to survive. The situation has sparked nationwide concern. Videos circulating online reveal the harsh reality. Villages in Jingxi, Baise are drowning under what locals call floods that come and never leave. As of October 13th, many areas remained underwater. People are homeless and no one has come to help, one resident said. With no official rescue in sight, locals have begun to help each other. In the footage, residents paddle through flooded streets on makeshift kayaks, while children cross floating bridges built from construction scaffolding just to reach school. Since September 28th, we haven't seen any disaster relief teams, not even a single soldier, a woman in one video said. The water has reached the second floor, and we've had no power or water for more than 10 days. Other videos show entire homes submerged, schools under more than 2 meters of water, and villagers completely stranded. One man recording a plea for help said he feared the video might never be seen. This is Xinjia Primary School in Jingxi, Guangxi. I don't know if the students are safe or if anyone will even notice this message. Please help us. According to Upstream News, the flooding in Baise was caused by the combined impact of typhoons Boroi and Matmo. In Xinjia Township, floodwaters have surrounded several villages for over 10 days, cutting off water, electricity, and transportation. At first glance, it looked like a beautiful lake, but it's actually a village underwater, a witness said. On October 16th, the Jingxi city government confirmed that parts of Xinjia Township were indeed still surrounded by floodwaters. Earlier, local media reported that 5 low-lying villages, including Dajia Street, Dajin Village, and Hemen Village, were heavily flooded, with major roads blocked and entire communities isolated. On October 16th, staff from Xinjia Township confirmed that villagers could still move within flooded areas, but electricity had yet to be restored. Officials from the Jingxi municipal government admitted that some villages in Xinjia Township were still underwater, with water levels showing little sign of receding even after 10 days. The prolonged flooding has cut off food, shelter, and transportation, leaving residents in darkness. And even generators in some areas have stopped working. According to First Financial Daily, between late September and early October, Baise City was hit by 3 consecutive typhoons: Huajiasha, Boroi, and Matmo. The relentless wind and rain triggered surging rivers and devastating floods across both urban and rural areas. Dajin Village in Xinjia Township, home to more than 100 families, has been surrounded by water for nearly 2 weeks. Since September 30th, the entire village has been slowly cut off from the outside world. This is not the first time Guangxi has faced such a crisis. In 2024, several villages were trapped under floodwaters for months, with homes remaining submerged long after the rain stopped. On social media, Chinese netizens expressed frustration. The water has turned blue. It's not draining, like muddy water trapped in a tank. Another wrote, the floodwaters have turned green, meaning the silt has settled and the drainage system is blocked. One user commented, local residents have been begging for rescue, but no one has responded. Others added bitterly, the authorities act like decorations, completely indifferent to the suffering of the people. Severe floods are sweeping across many regions of China, leaving a trail of devastation. From Guangxi to Guizhou, and from Hunan to Fujian, torrential rains have submerged towns, destroyed roads, and cut off electricity for thousands of households. In Baise, Guangxi, entire villages have been underwater for more than 2 weeks, with residents surviving without clean water or power. Hunan province has seen swollen rivers overflow into farmlands, wiping out crops right before harvest season. Meanwhile, Guizhou and Fujian have reported multiple landslides triggered by the unending downpours, forcing mass evacuations. Across social media, videos show submerged highways, stranded buses, and desperate villagers pleading for help as rescue efforts struggle to reach isolated areas. The floods have not only destroyed homes and infrastructure, but also deepened the sense of helplessness among residents. In Jiangxi and Anhui, floodwaters have inundated factories and schools, paralyzing local economies. Emergency shelters are overflowing with families sleeping on damp floors, uncertain when they can return home. Meteorologists warn that continuous rainfall may persist, threatening to push already swollen rivers beyond their limits. Local governments have been criticized for their slow response, as villagers in some areas say they have seen no rescue teams for days. The scenes of flooded streets and trapped residents have become a painful reminder that China's flood crisis is far from over. And for many, survival now depends on endurance and hope.